Hello, I'm back again to continue with the Endwalker adventure. We're on the 85 level quest today, so depending on where you are in the story, this is your spoiler warning, because there will be spoilers from here on out. You know, if that weren't already obvious, considering we're going through the plot. I know it's been a few days longer than I was expecting. I got a little busy with stuff, and then I also had a bit of a concern with not being able to turn in quests and gain the experience on a class I'm trying to level. So I speed leveled Ninja, and now we're going to be doing turn-ins on Ninja. And when last we left off, Radzat Hand had begun the final days, and our wonderful little Exarch over there was like, hey, maybe we can talk to a certain someone and see if we can get information on what the final days were so that we can try and combat it. So, they're all just like, what are you doing? The world is literally falling down around us. Do you not see the fire raining from the sky? Dim, please take this seriously. No. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh. He's just sliding. Level 86 quests. I was wrong. Tia has something he wishes to give you. Take this, Dimma, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for the access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Ascensor Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other ere long. See each other again ere long. Alright. Awkward problem. I can't turn in quests on that. So, what we're gonna do, really quick, is queue for a trial, because I think that'll be enough to get us in. So we're gonna queue for a trial, and in the meantime, we'll go ahead and we can pick that up. Well, let's go see what the quest for this is. So I guess it won't be a clean run-through of the role quests like in Shadowbringers, but it'll be a run-through. Or not. In we go. Time for roulettes. Oh, excellent. Look at all these fancy people. Hopefully this will be enough to get us to 56. Because if not, that's going to be pretty hilarious. muscles. This music's so good. Excellent. This guy. Oh, I clicked someone else. Bequeath the blessed ear wiggles. Have fun, everyone. Thank you for the help. Well, that was far more efficient than I had feared. So, Laminson Delegate, I apologize, but we shall not be talking today. Instead, I'm going to return to Fort Job. Farewell. Back to the first. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love this zone. Them just returning the message from Graha and everyone else. I'm excited. I did finish the Eden storyline as well, so if there are any special things that you get from that, we should be able to see them. I hope. Hey, Lena. Dima, you're returned. I'm back, bitches. Not that you are one, but, you know, just a general term of endearment, of course. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Have you been well? You and the others. As well as can be, we have no shortage of troubles, but we're all enough. As well as can be. Considering the circumstances. Full glad am I to hear that. I trust my lord is enjoying himself. He said this to you. These exact words. Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Dima, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile a request though it is. You got it. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. He is a hard one to beat. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomenon? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. She's been cheerful. She and other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. They did the festival! They did it! It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what had troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? Of course. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say? I will be along as soon as I can. Salute. I like that salute a lot. I would love to get the Crystarium salute. It's really nice. Unicorn. Alright, let's see. We're back. I did the twinning. I think I said that last time, but I loved it. I still need to do so many quests, but it's okay. It'll just continue to be an adventure. Let's see. Oh, I went to the wrong place. Cabinet of Curiosity. See, I don't think it's a turn in yet, so we're good to stay on Reaper. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. Fortunately, I don't have one. Wait for Lena? Yes. Dim shall wait. Patiently. Like a good kitty. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Dimma? Oh! Hello! Ha! It is! Full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling the events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I have been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into the travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. They gotta prove that I lived. Remember that I lived. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Titania, driven mad by light and loneliness. Valthri, in his misguided self-righteousness. Hades, who bore the burden of his people. This may come as a surprise, but... oh, this is hard. Hades was the one that got me the most, but I am so curious as to this may come as a surprise, but I think Dim's gonna choose Hades for now. But I want to know what that is. Ah yes, Hades, he who sought to resurrect his ancient brethren. It was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the night, your battle in the depths of the temple of the stuff of epics. Yet compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do justice to that fateful confrontation. Not that we would think to omit it entirely, of course. No, at the very least, we will impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulemoor won't collect themselves. Of course, of course. And afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points on your treaties. Trees? I don't know that word. Till next time, then. Do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular. Remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again, till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Oh, Graha. He is so loved. Ah, it was water time. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh, the kids! It's him! It's really him! What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give him a stomachache. We've come to see Morin, to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight. But first, we need to choose a fighting style. Well, I know that I want to be a mage. Arkills isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking about taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Aww. Oh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkill best? Axe, sword, or bow? For smiting your opponent, the axe. For protecting your friends, the sword. For fighting and hunting both, the bow. So you got a mage, we got a healer. Smiting your opponent, the axe. Go with the sword, buddy. The sword? If you took up the sword, you could be just like... Brandon, the Warrior of Light! I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Oh, that was wholesome. I'm so fidgety today. There we go. My computer blanket was all bunched up weird. Squeak chair. Such fun he's been having, basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does he spare a thought for me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless! Fail, I need you. Oh, faithful Fail, loveliest of branches, how I've missed you. Don't you have more important things to do, your majesty? Fail, I need you. Do you say that like a question? Where's the love, the respect, the awe? But disappointed as I am, I'll overlook it this once. I know you have a lot on your mind right now. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? Hee, how do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain, by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Ah, but here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at Tale's End. Oh, Farewell. Lena and Reen! My apologies for the delay. Dimma, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. See you, Lena. Reen! Reen! Oh, turn in time. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin. Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered. As if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. Then the other night I jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window and, to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day no one said a thing. No one else has seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Dimma? What are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Reen, I'm sorry. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Emerald has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the First. So don't worry about us, please. Look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No. We'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Reen, no! Reen! No! Hope upon a flower. You're headed to the umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena, decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it. Hi, Reen. Having bid Reen farewell, you return to your mission in the First, consulting Elidibus regarding the final days. To that end, you seek out the Crystarium Gatekeep, which should admit you to the Ocular as before. And take the long way to do so. Let's go, kitty. Run, kitty, ride, kitty, roll. That's not the correct lyrics at all. But that's how I'm singing. There it is, the entrance. Meow. Master Dema, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show you to the ocular. Yes, please. There he is, the boy, the man, the cat.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Sidcus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream.
Oh, Elidibus.
You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him. Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him. Long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
What?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey? Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting, in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
This game, this story. You made it. We made it. We're in Elpis. Aetherite-like device. The device is reminiscent of an aetherite. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. The man stands dutifully by the aetherite-like device, a guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. Can't even sprint. This is the right place, yes? Propleion? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propleion. Oof. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. I guess we're not in Elpis. But we are certainly not in Eorzea or the First anymore. Oh, ran into that. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half-mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Emerald. It would seem you have made it to your destination. Tim. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. We're intangible. We can't communicate. We can't interact. And we're a ghost. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? With the Force.
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
It's them. Both of them.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
You're not wrong. Dim is trouble.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
Oh, they are an old married couple and I love them. The true OTP.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Oh, okay, fine. I won't watch you channel either then. Oh, that snap.
You may open your eyes.
Intangible. I'm tall! Dang, not that tall.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect. Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14. And how might we address you, my new friend?
Dimilui.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
Seek a man named Hermes. I want to learn about Elpis. Seek a man named Hermes.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
It's beautiful.
This presence.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Oh, bird girl!
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Yes. All of them. Oh my word, the world unsundered. Chance to see the world unsundered, to speak to these people, to walk amongst them. The Emerald Tides. Hi! Hi, Emmett Selk! Hi! In case you didn't know, it's rude to stare. Stop! Stares harder. Oh! Hello! Hello! This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things. But for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Sorry, yawn. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. I shall. I very much shall. Athlodeus is looking you up and down. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Selk wishes to keep a low profile for his errands, so... Do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. No? In that case, Emmett Selk. No, your whim, your responsibility. You wanted the stray cat, you have to take care of it. You're not getting another thimble of aether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh-bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. They're here! They're here! And I'm going to cry! Oh my gosh! I've waited so long to see them again. This game. First bloom. I have. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say... Hello, Jan. Sorry. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 petalodi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your aether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the petalodi first. Good luck. No means no. Just be grateful that I'm even willing to wait. Remember, it's a pair of petalodi we require. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Butterflies. Ooh. Teal and red. Teal and red. Probably weak enough. Use the etheric rope then. Okay. Woven from ether, the strength of the... Oh, yep. It just basically says the same thing. Hi. I'm a good kitty. I have butterflies. You've caught the petalodi. Come, let us see. Duly weakened and carefully bound. This petaloda is destined to become clothing. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. You turned living beings into clothing, just like that? Won't someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Well, not just like that. You need to revert them to their constituent ether first. Lest you wonder why I asked for two species, it is due to the difference in their etheric balance. Blending them allows us to produce garb with superior etheric stability. Well, and good to disguise and educate it. But it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett Selk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're familiar. The question is, whose? Ah, of course. Azim's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. He is very outlandish, Dim. Exploiting our associate's absence. For lack of his presence, absolutely. Were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. They're so charming, both of them. I love Emmett and Hythlodaeus. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. Ah! Okay, well there's no way I'm not running through here without doing this, so... Dim, prepare to wear a dress. Where is it? There it is. Oh my word, he's so cute. You're just so adorable, Dim. Alright, one more. Hang on a sec. Should I make it black? Nope, it's exactly the same. I mean, the strings change a little bit, but... Okay. He's ready. Look at him. Look at him with both of them. Oh. My friends. My friends. Hello. I'm your friend now. You have no choice. As dubious as it is, passing you off as Azim's familiar is probably the best approach, should he take offense that others so readily believe his recklessness is to blame. He is welcome to mend his ways. Wow, I did not read that properly at all. Pass as a child in your original size? I think not. Augmented or no, your aether is still far too thin to be considered normal. Oh. Call me abnormal? If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Anagnorisis. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Okay. I'm getting pinged on Discord. What is so important? Alright. One of my friends finished Bard. And I'm going to set myself to Do Not Disturb. Not that it's necessary right now, but... At least then people won't get fussy if I don't reply. Here we go. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well, now. By your mask, I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The Chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I suspect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythlodaeus, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his aether? Aye, that I could. Pardon me? As you know, Emmett Sulk and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see aether quite keenly, and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A social exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let us find our man. Awesome. But that makes sense why, we never get to see differentiating folks in, like, or we didn't in the remade Emerald that Emmett Sulk came up with. Or the Watcher on Mare Elementorum. Okay. Explored these two zones. Let's see if we can't get back. Oh. I think I found them already. But let's get this, search for Hermes. We're gonna grab this aetherite first. You attune to the aetherite. Now Jen can get back. We're gonna just uncover this real quick. Because I don't want to deal with feeling like, oh no, I gotta swap back and forth to uncover the zone. Because I want the little XP. I know it's not much, but it's still, you know, some. So, back we go to Reaper. Alright, and I saw the quest marker out of the corner of my eye, so I'm fairly certain he is to the left here. Yep. There he is. The Winged Girl and Hermes. And a squad of little guys. They have such funny faces. Cute. Hey, dude.
Huh. You are...
Oh! Different! You're different too! You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
A grumpy old man. And a cat.
You were of the convocation?
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
Please.
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to...
She's so cute.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters.
Okay, Grumpy Gramps.
By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An ambystoma is missing.
Uh-oh.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The ambystomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
No, no.
I'll help! Too!
Oh no, the axolotl's stuck in a tree.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Oh my gosh. Freaking love it. Alright. Let's go looking for Hermes again. Bird of Elpis. Oddly like a flower. Hmm. Just wanted to do a turn-in. Egg of Elpis. Tree. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Well, Hermes? Got yourself into quite the pickle there, didn't you? This is Jeepos worthy. Oh. I had a good shot for a second there. Beautiful. Alright. Hermes, are you alright? I don't know if he is. It seems Hermes and Medion have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet, though it has been safely extracted from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The ambystoma. Hermes saw it high up in the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Do you need a hand? Everything is under control. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine, if a little embarrassed. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Oh! That looks painful. Oh, Hermes. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Meteon. Both you and... Demilouis, you are called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall off and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten about all about its fellows. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, dude. Surely. What a relief. I must thank Emmett Suck and Hythlodaeus when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way, as Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. She's so excited. She's adorable. Look at those two. Quite the duo. Having found the wayward ambystoma, Hermes is a picture of relief. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Agnorisis. I will never pronounce these names correctly, and no, that's not a threat. That's just a very sad reality. What's that? Not that. That. Oh, the gemstone trader. Okay. Bonk. Adventurous ambystoma. Perhaps it's only your imagination, but something in the creature's demeanor bespeaks proud defiance for having gone on an adventure. 'Twas blissfully uneventful in your absence. The little ones were on their best behavior. No more errant creations to distract us from matters of actual import, I trust. Some creations stay outside, others stay at Catissus, like the ambystomas. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the ambystomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs and a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. He's so grouchy. My word. Alright. I will see you there. I guess I should just go talk to this gemstone creator, so the trader, gemstone trader. So I stopped looking at that mark. I've decided to open a shop to keep my little creation fed. My wondrous wares can be yours for the right amount of bicolored gems. You now have access to this region's gemstone exchange. Get them through fates. Scales, hide, eggs. Cool. No sort of chocobo thingy or anything. Let's not drive in the building. Pretty sure Emmett Selk might shoot us. While Emmett Selk has been accommodating thus far, he is the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission. Please? Pretty please?
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways.
But I want to listen.
We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
You know, you're really grumpy, but that's fair.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
You're just itching to smack me in my smug little face, aren't you? Bring it. I'll fight you. I'll fight you again. I have important things to ask him as well. There are reasons I cannot speak freely. I have important things to say to him as well. You know, my real dad.
Yes, I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart's content after ours is concluded.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
Telling him to behave. That's a recipe for disaster.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
He's such a far cry from the Fandaniel of the world as we know it. I'm sorry, Dimma. I didn't mean... A walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk? We'll go for a walk. I'll walk the Meteion. Hi. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? I wanted to learn about Elpis and Hermes. Oh, teach you! I can teach you! We can take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. Sure, why not? Sounds like a bother. Sounds like fun! She's too precious. It will be. It will be. Where to start? Ah, yes. Let's talk with Memnon. He should be near the Aetherite. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is. So I'll have him explain instead. Meteion is now accompanying you. Come along, Meteion. And we do have a speech place. Yes. Learn the ways of chaos from the dim. Discuss the Aetherite. Ah, the Aetherite. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or the other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. That's adorable. Hello, Memnon. Memenemnon. And what have we here? You look like a person. You have the ears and tail of a beast. Oh, Oh, the dialogue is different depending on your race. I assume you are familiar like Medium. Is there something you need? This is Dimma. Could you teach him about Elpis? Ah, newly arrived familiar, is he? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to him. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habits might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place. So heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. Oh, his name is hard for my tongue to pronounce. You had a turn? Now I get a turn. Where did you come from? From a faraway place. From a place facing a great threat. From the Crystarium, I guess? Crystarium? I've never heard of it. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power! I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Okay. Here we go. Go find a look at her little run. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. And her little ears and tail. Precious, precious. Little bean. Eucalydes. And the Spriggans! Discuss the Spriggans. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh, no, we call them Orei. If there's many. If it's just one, we say Orias. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. You mean like Dust Bunny? Summon your Dust Bunny minion. Despite the striking similarities, Spriggans are not related to rabbits, but they have been known to eat them. It's so tiny. Never a dull moment with the Orei. Their fondness for minerals makes them highly unique. I dare say they will be no less popular. Okay. Away. Motionless bird. This creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. It's just bloodlust. There's only bloodlust and death in that thing's mind. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read. No thoughts! No thoughts behind those eyes. Wait, please wait. I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings. Can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I am not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you. one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Oh, that's precious. Did you hear me? Good. Now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing. It's a secret. Ooh, a secret. That's something you want to hide. Just leave it to me. There, I blocked it out. I can't block everything, not strong feelings. But that wasn't too strong. Bloodlust and death behind those eyes. I think we might be bothering it. That's incredibly ominous. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Yuthe next. She's usually in a small building, one on the West Road. Oh, I'm getting messages again. Let me check on them. Reply is done. You know, and you get like 3 different people messaging you. You kind of gotta be like, okay, yes, I live. I hear you. I see you. Hear, feel, think, reply. Meminem. Yuanthe? Well, if it isn't Medion. I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Yuthe. An apple. Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Dima. Oh, candied apple. Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Meteon. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now. But I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Dima. I wanted to show you my favorite thing, then I could ask you about yours, but I failed. Tell her what you like. Dim will tell her what he likes. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness at causing mischief and mayhem. It makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Dima. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Yes, we shall. We shall, little one. Meow. 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 She's so fast. Yeah. Ah, excellent timing. 'Twas a refreshing constitutional, I hope. What? Back already? Pity. A bit longer and we might have snuck away without you. I hope Hermes isn't sad anymore. He shan't be. We are here to cheer him up. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteon good. Dima wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught him. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate you keeping Meteon company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. Hello, Jan. It has been decided that Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I attend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too? I think I need some food. Maybe some tea. I should make some tea. I'm compelled to remind you that he is in no way associated with the convocation. Simply chanced to meet at Propalion. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy his presence brings me, Tion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. The man is kind. Really, truly. He taught me as much as I taught him. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots. Cute. I have a bunch of things that I'm just getting that I haven't opened the coffers for. Composure regained, Hermes is ready to return to his duties. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Okay. Alright, I'm going to grab tea. I shall be right back. And I am back. Sorry for that. I went ahead and made myself some tea. Some, oolong jasmine tea. And almond milk, because I can't have dairy. And I've gotten into the habit, I guess it's not a habit yet, I made myself simple syrup today. So I also have simple syrup that I used instead of sugar. Because I'm a gremlin. And now I have sugar. And I am quite ready to continue. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Non-roulette is too slow. Come, Fenrir. Myom. Got hacks. And by hacks I mean I have the SDS Fenrir, which is the best mount. Still, I say this is the best investment I've made in this game. Oh, he's checking out a butterfly. This here is a new species of Petaloda that we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between the living beings and arcane entities? Not really. It is the presence of a soul. Yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomenon, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I've received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. An interesting concept. So in this world, this universe, they can create living beings as well, they said. So does that mean that certain creations just manifest a soul, potentially? I'm curious about that. I wonder if there's like an explanation for it if you dig a little bit deeper into the quests and stuff. And they're just talking with Median. Fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes is for his flying forms, 'tis a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress. Interesting. You're interesting too. Tell me, how do you find did you find the Ambistoma? We're meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we're stuck with Meteon. Well, I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. Ah! Those things are the bane of my existence. Ah yes, lightning pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it is in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. What does this? Oh. Oh. This is one of the spinny things. You can see the light. Okay. Hermes? Hi. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the pneuma here to replenish their ether. It appears Meteon is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? I'm assuming the P is silent. By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. I get to feed them? Using this concept crystal, anyone can harness lightning regardless of spellcasting skill. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at feeding people. I mean, things. Can I just not feed them? If I don't feed them, will they die out and not bother me? Oh. I'm dumb. This place is so magical. Perfectly done, Emma. Look. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Petalota, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Medion an arcane entity? Is Medion a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They've missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next we will head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. I do like reading this aloud. I feel like it kind of helps me retain stuff. It's one of the strategies I used to use in studying for school. I've had many attempts at learning how to study. Reading aloud is one of them. Trying to explain questions. I had my therapist at the time suggest that I read aloud and ask questions to my fish, just to try and explain things, in the hopes that it would help me retain and understand what I was talking about.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
That's a Gobu.
So, how are we coming along?
Oh, this flower. Sorry, tea. It needed to be had.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, There exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Dim your eyes.
A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
He's so upset. He's absolutely affronted that he does not know about this. Emmett Silk, you are a gem, and I adore you.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it.
No, that makes sense.
However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%, the more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay, I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an Enteleki. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelekis.
Sure, I don't see why I couldn't be one. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination. If I'm thin, it's because Emmett Selk didn't do a proper job. I can't resist.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
Don't you sass me. I'll sass you
The
back.
deficit of ether alone does not an Enteleki make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Haha, limit break!
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Tasty XP. Hello, my friends. Never before had I heard of Dynamis or Entelekis. I can only assume the Elpis flower was submitted to the Bureau before I joined. Where is it? Where's the Elpis flower? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. It's okay. It's okay. We protect it. We can't sit on the flower. It's safe. It's safe now. We protect. Protect the flower. Don't give me that look, Hith. Emmett Selk appears to be deep in thought. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew. But it irks me to discover there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is. Still can't understand his hesitation. Sorry, I was looking for something and couldn't find it. Why did you join the convocation? What do you specialize in? Why do you join? Why? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share the tale. Yes, please. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten. We're here to learn about Hermes, not me. Oh, Hith pouting. Oh, that's freaking precious. Oh, no, we're here to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. Misspent youth. What now? Want to learn about the convocation. If you would accompany us, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of 14 is a governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation and that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the Council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Metron, specialist in aquatic life, Logriff, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Halmarut, specialist in fungal and plant life, Emeroloth, specialist in medicine and healing, and La Habrea, specialist in creation magics, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity. As for the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, Egiorum, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Pashtarot, preserver of discipline and order, Emmett Selk, keeper of the ethereal realm or underworld in the vernacular, Vandaniel, pursuer of extant phenomena, and Azim, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all. tell you the tale when we're away from sensitive ears. Haha, yes! My man! Hang on, I need to hug them. Embrace my friend. My friend. You get a hug. You get a hug. Aww, how cute. Hey, grumpy man. Grumpy old man. Would you also like a hug? Because you're getting one. Hug them both. Hugs. Aww. He hates it. Alright. Continuing on. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released unto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis. That is what we shall tend to next. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main isle and head north. Charybdis? Charybdis? I feel like it's Charybdis. I feel like I'm moving through this so much faster. So the first time I went through these stories, I went through it with someone. It's a completely different experience going through this game on your own, and I love it. It's so fun. And it's such a good story. Wall. I understand there is a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in the subsequent generations. This third-generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water. Its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. It shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You need it go to such lengths? You don't know. But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Inconvenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemly as running about robeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Emmett Selk, may I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind. Hith scheming again. Look at that sassy wave. Oh my word. It's so incredibly sassy. Emmett Selk is out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Selk train the Charybdis. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Dimma, I want you to go to Emmett Selk. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. Chat mode and say use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter any phrase containing the words "I have a favor to ask" to indicate to Emmett Selk that you have a request. Amazing. Emmett Selk! Oh, what shall I say to him? I have a favor to ask. How sassy should Dim be? How much of a smartass? All the smartass, I think. Let's see what talks to him. What talks to him? What happens if we talk to him without that? Well, are your preparations for the scheme that is clearly not a scheme complete? Nah. Alright. Oh, Emmett Selk. I have a favor to ask. Would you please? With cherries. Heart. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. Ugh, I don't know what Hethlodeus is up to, but I will not be made to know. I refuse. Hethlodeus is to be believed. Relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-weary Emmett Selk. With the chat mode and say, use your keyboard to enter any phrase containing the words "Please, Emmett Selk" to plead with Emmett Selk. Please, Emmett Selk. Wait. Yep, please, Emmett Selk. You're my only hope.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Selk. Please teach her to fly.
Oh my word. This is hilarious.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Old, married couple, arguing husbands. I will ask you again.
Please, Emmett Selk. Please!
I'll ask. I'll say please again.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
I'm so upset. Oh.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Yes, please. Time to chill.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so.
Aww.
What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow. His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends.
I'm sure they're proud to call you there.
To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star.
That is so pure. Pure friendship.
Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
You flew!
Ah yes, I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on.
Haha! It is Charybdis. Come here, kitty. Would you like ups? Kitty would like ups in the middle of the cutscene. Or are you just yelling? Nope, she's just yelling for the sake of yelling.
Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
This is precious. I love them all. If I didn't know any better, I'd say Emmett Selk is enjoying himself. Not that he'd ever deign to admit it. Their greatest contribution. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Dimma and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but it was soon flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed, with this we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that abnormalities such as a specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We would spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. They just... the way they view things is so different. Hermes. Like they don't appear to consider them even as pets. They're just objects, almost. Like they made them and they're like, it's just, you know, another Ziploc bag to throw away. I'm fine. Don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnosis for now. Norisis? Okay. Nope. We gone teleport. I wonder if we can get through all of this story zone. I doubt it. But maybe? What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. He's so funny. So grumpy. Something seems to be weighing on Hermes' mind. Tell me, Dimma, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Nothing so far, but I'm hopeful that will change. Dynamis seems promising. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I don't think Dynamis seems promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Lycaon. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby occupates, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry, or somehow provoked? I just fed them myself, and the occupates were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Lycaon that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there is no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. Hermes, wait! If it is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Oh yeah, I forgot it's daylight savings, so my body thinks it's later than it is. That might also be why I'm yawning a little bit. Well, hello, Slurp. Pardon the slurps. I have tea. Ow. Ow. Smiked myself pretty hard in the tooth with my cup just now. Ow. Unicorns. This place has got a lot going on. Ah! Oh, Hermes. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. The Lycaon was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emmett, Selk, and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Lycaon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Dima. Come, come. It's down this path, over the bridge. The Occupite is no easy prey. With its hooves and horns, it was designed to be formidable even on land, but they didn't stand a chance against the Lycaon. Fearsome beast, this Lycaon, but where is it now? That is the question. Ah. I see, it is time for me to gain more tasty experience. I haven't been checking for aether currents. To the southwest. Excellent. So there's one literally right up there. That is hilarious. I'm like, oh, I should check for aether currents. Boom. Right here. Right. One day I shall achieve flight. Ooh. There it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. He's a man with long blonde hair. I think. I'll know him when I see him. Meteon is now accompanying you. Excellent. Alright. Whoa. Horses. Just gonna grab this real quick. Dark-haired man. Once I get back and record today's results, I should finally be able to put that report to bed. Not Doros. His hair is long, but the color is wrong. Okay. So I suppose I can just check everyone. Blonde-haired man. His long hair. His longer. Doros, that's Doros. Well, if it isn't Meteon, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Lycaons, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields in restraints. Frenzies as they were, I couldn't well return them to Catissus. Once I've submitted my report, I will see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that a Lycaon slaughtered Occupates. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released. Aye, I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strengths makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaons would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The Chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive, and potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Pashtarat may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. A creation cannot be properly studied even with the age of Kairos. We remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine process. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the Lycaons have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report. We may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion, that Emmett Selk may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray, show them to the meeting room. She looks so sad. To man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled, like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. You needn't be an Endwalker to feel the weight bearing down on Hermes. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Meteon, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes. It's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Dima. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Meteon in your care again? I'm in your debt. Now, if you'll excuse me. Can you help me with something, Dima? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up. With a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most. All the creations in Elpis, most creations are expected to be interesting or beautiful or strong, better in some way. Flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one, and I want you to search with me. Let's start here, at the 12 Wonders. Meteon is now accompanying me. Excellent. Flowers, that's sweet. Wait, I am attuned to this, right? Okay, I am. I don't know why my brain blanked and was like, did I attune to that? Vibrant purple flowers, bigger than your hands, adorn the tree. Ooh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. Hermes doesn't like bright things. Vendor. No need. Slender tree. I beat Kugane Tower for the first time last night. There was someone who was giving out gil to people who made it to the top of the tower, and I managed to do it. Only took the promise of gil to make me get to the top. A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. This place is so peaceful. It's making me sleepy, but in a good way. It's relaxing. And cozy. There's lots of flowers here. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed, their mix of colors forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine, though. Let's keep looking. That would not be good. Yeah, let's not give him poisonous flowers. Familiar plant. I don't think he wants this. I don't think anyone wants that. Set on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations. Oh, a conion! A flower that can move! When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Dima, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. You're good at spotting flowers, buddy. Keep finding flowers for me. Wait, it's not. It's not good. I was worried we were gonna go for that giant plant thing, but it's just the junction. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Ah! Over there, Dima. Something big, huge! Okay. Malodorous grass. A terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the marble-like creature before you. It's an Adonis! The thing around its mouth looks like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Dimma? Would he like it? No. Probably not the good sort of memory. I'd rather not go near that thing. Not this one either. Finding a good flower, it's harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Dimma, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there? I'll pick something after that, I promise. Well, if you haven't found the right gift yet, you gotta keep looking until you find the right one. It's not like you found all these perfect ones and then we're like, no, I don't want that. It's like, no, that flower literally might poison him. Let's not get it. Ah, lush fields. The lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. There's nothing. The shiny thing over there. What could it be? Object. Shiny object. Elpis! Ooh, Elpis flowers. They're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelekis. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. Truly? The flower was dark in your home? Then, do you have it too? A dark emotion? I've known the pain and sorrow of loss. I've felt great fury and frustration. I've been plagued by doubt and anxiety. I dare say I have a few. He has a few. You don't have to say it. You can feel it's something you want to hide. But won't you lend it to me? The darkness inside you? I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone, that others are sad too. I got depression too, bro. Truly? You'll do it? Thank you, Dimma. Thank you. Means more to me than I can say. Can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. Speak with me, team. That's so cute. It's true. It is kind of comforting to have people who just understand how you feel about things. Like, they may not have gone through the exact same experiences. They may not know everything, but they at least have a concept. And it's comforting to have that shared experience sometimes. Seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they've finished.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hithildeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Mission has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
He's dim. He's freaking dim. That's dim. That's dim. Yeah, we could talk. Oh, hedgehog. There it goes.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Nor to miss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
I'm glad I could be of service. Let's have no more brooding, eh? I can tell you all about suffering.
Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just The fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters. Sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right!
Love this story so much. Hi! An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it is time I attend to my next task. As Emetselk and Hythlodaeus are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Lycaons. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and, as Chief Overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Lycaons would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hythlodaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lycaons have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we will have but to accompany you. Of course. Let us be off then. We return to the main island. Cool beans. Back we go. Oh, well, and it's gonna be closer to drive. Hiccups. I think part of the reason it's going through faster is because I was doing, like, Aether Current quests and stuff along the way. And I was waiting for someone else as well. It always takes longer when you're waiting for someone. Not because, you know, they're slow or something, but just because you have to make... You cannot jump off, but I did test it. I can confirm you cannot jump off. Anyways, you just gotta, like, make sure you're all synced up and everything, so... that's not good. and not what I remembered happening. Adoros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 Wonders. The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. Hello, Jan. You and Dimma handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emmett Selk, unneeded though it is. Medion, you stay here with Doros. But Hermes! The Lycaons must be reverted. I would spare you their pain. And mine. It is my burden, not yours. But if you are intent on helping, then please follow my lead. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to do something real quick. Alright, I am back. Apologies for that. Also, as much as I want to keep going, I am getting kind of tired. So I think after this quest line here, or this quest at least, depending on how tired I am, I may call it a night for the night. So we got a good chunk into this. I want to be alert when I go through this. This is a good story. I appreciate your help, and lament that it is necessary. There it is, our quarry. Within striking distance is presence, but if it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You will approach it slowly in full view and draw the Lycaon's attention. Now I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin. Alright, let's do this. Hey, you. Oh. There it is. Go, Dim, go.
Now.
He's got the staff.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me.
May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten. In concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. You're worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high. Fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
He's all so sad. What he has become. He changed so much. The other Lycaons have been taken care of. The incident is resolved and life in Elpis continues as normal, or ends, as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well-deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? Oh, Emmett Silk. Oh, Emmett Silk. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, it hurts. Travelers at the crossroads. Where to now? If there is anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Dimma? Will you continue along with us? Wonderful. Our fellowship travels unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. If you would follow me, we will first head back towards Agnorosis. Oh no! I'm not level 87 yet. This may prove a problem. I may need to pause just because I won't be able to turn it in. And if that's the case, then we shall make that call it a night. 'Cause, yeah, I need another 4 million experience. I'm not gonna get that in turning this in. So we'll continue until we get to the point of turn-in, I think. And then go from there. Because I'll need to gain another smidgen of a level. Which I should be able to get, at least by tomorrow, I'm sure. Do a quick roulette. From here, we follow the path northwards to Notonius. There we will find one of the naos which facilitate travels between the islands of Elpis. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need use the device together once, and henceforth you shall have leave to use it freely. Shall we? Yes, we shall. And I shall continue to be a ninja so I can gain experience. New zone, new zone, new zone. Look at this, we got to 2 zones in one night though. That's good. This is very good. Here we are. Notonius. This Neos will take us to Calamelius Zephoros, the western island. That's it right there, looming large over us. Step this way. We can soon admire the view from above. We made it! Like the alligator.
I present to you Calamelios Zephoros.
I did not pronounce that right. Thank
Here
you.
you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, an Arrhaeus. How delightful.
I love him. Land shark?
And what, pray tell, is that?
I don't know, but I don't like it any more than you do, Emmett.
That's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
What?
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst, concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end I couldn't deny their passion. Here we are.
Dim pulling out his daggers. The chocobos.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
She's so sassy.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is he, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future?
What? I forgot about that.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you.
Shit.
Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Sounds rather like the Blessing of Light. Does it protect you from endowment of primals by any chance?
I see you are not ignorant to its presence. And while there are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
But I love them all.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
Don't be grumpy at me.
As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Don't think you want to know.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
I don't want them all to get the final days. You all need to live. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept-engraved crystal, and the quick-fingered Aureus which made off with it. An Aureus, you say? I think we may have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us only to the Aureus. There is no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. could I ask you to join in the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. My thanks. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading to Poitin Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Oh, I love it. Okay, it looks like this zone I've already got explored because of getting in here, so I can just swap to Reaper. I don't mind having Dim as ninja for turn-ins and stuff. The daggers are a good look for him. Ah, I see shiny. Let's see if I can. I don't think I can turn this in. I cannot turn this in. So, I think that is gonna call it. I am gonna go pick up this crystal, this aether, right first though, because there is one up there. And I want easy access when we come back to turn this in. Because yeah, I need a good 4 mil before I can turn it in. And we'll tune. All done. Alright. Well, I thank you all. Hello, Jack! Hello, I just saw you. I'm sorry. I was very focused. I've run into an issue. Yes, the boy. He's here. Look, he's all dressed up. He's dressed the part. Actually, you know what? It's only 4 mil. I could just queue for a dungeon, but it's late. I should probably call it a night. And just get the remaining stuff I need tomorrow and then keep on tomorrow. Only 4 mil. Yeah, only 4 mil. I have been doing turn-ins on Ninja. But as you can see, I'm a little bit away from what I need. Yes, sleep is very good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Ooh! Very nice. That sounds like a blast. I was thinking about doing a trial. I think it's a trial. I'm gonna finish up Shadowbringer's side quest. The weapons quest line. Because I think I'm on the last thing for that. I don't know if it's a trial or not. And I don't know if you've done it. But if you have, you're welcome to join me for that. Because I'm getting to the point where I'm getting tired enough that I feel like I'm not going to be able to focus enough on this story, but I think that side story my brain's awake enough for. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it on Endwalker for the night, because my brain was sleepy. I think I have some things I haven't done. This thing would Jack can't do this yet. Oh yes, massage the brain. It is the worst when you're on your main and you're like, I can't do that. I don't have it unlocked yet. It's part of why I've been trying to burn through Endwalker so quickly. I mean, aside from the fact that I love the story, but also I want to be able to do the things. I'm still waiting to unlock the island on him because I haven't finished this. And then... Just getting random notifications on stuff. You got the island! Oh no! Well, now you gotta save for the minion. That's how it be. And then you can put your minion on your island. And you can, if you watch the minions you put on your island, they say things. Dude, it looks... Oh, the babies, yes! The island, I keep running around on my friends' islands, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm really excited to play it. It's like, it's nice. And I guess people will have to hang out on mine now, because it's like... That's the chill time when you're queuing as DPS. It's so nice to just like hang out on people's islands. So I imagine it's going to be a blast for me to hang out on my island. Then I'm going to make my friends come to my island while I'm queuing and be like, yeah, you can chill here. Jump on my plants. Yes, knock over all of my cups. We will have big cat party and climb on all of the things. Gotta show you. Let's see. I had a... Oh no, I've already shown that to you. Never mind. I was about to be like, have you seen my new glam? But I've already made it. I swapped what it's on though. I felt like this was more fitting. You just, you know, grumpy shopkeep man. Angie. But yeah. Aimger boy. He's so always so aimgery. So much aimgery. She's just standing here in the cosplay. Why? Held up. Why is that all the way up there? Not that. I don't know why I have my samurai special thing all the way up in Timbuktu. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the stream for now and do things, but if you want to chat in Discord or something, I will still be there because I am gonna be on for a few more minutes. It's early for bed for me, but brain do a sleepies, so gonna go ahead and stop doing Endwalker so I can get, because I love this portion of the story and I want to be awake for it. Okay, second wind! Yes! The second wind! It has arrived! Alright. Sorry, I just drank water without even thinking. I am going to shut this down, and I will see you in Discord. You can't tell those are finger guns, though. Pew pew! Yes! See ya!